The taps will have to wait. Not the taps. What am I saying? The flips. You guys voted for flips. I saw you do it. But for now, this is not the time for flips. This is the time for discussing Dota 2.
Yeah, we were. I was putting type 1 for flips in the chat, and everyone had
what does flips mean?
Austin flipped yesterday.
Sorry, flips?
He did a flip. Like, you didn't see the front flip. He did like a front, like a somersault kind of flip thing on the camera.
Who did? Really?
Yeah, dude, it's pretty sick.
You did a front flip?
We're breaking the immersion.
Okay, we can do it here.
Could you do a front flip first? Don't hurt yourself.
It was pretty awesome.
Can you can do a front flip? With all this gear on and everything? No. Okay.
Not with the gear on.
All right.
All right, well, maybe later.
We'll think about it later.
Maybe later.
I'm excited.
Break. I mean, the people voted. I saw it.
It
was massive. Everybody wanted to see that. But a lot of people wanted to also see Husker do well, and that didn't happen either. So there's that. That was not the best Husker game we've seen.
My favorite part of that game was the fact that just before the game, the players were talking about how the draft is like 60, maybe 70, 80%. Yeah. We thought that was a pretty clear Husker outdraft, and then
I mean,
then it wasn't.
So, well, the really big thing is like when you do have Husker, you have to play. It's all about the Husker. Absolutely. If the laning phase goes to shit, which it did, the game becomes nigh impossible, and that's exactly what happened. Kaka had an impeccable game on the Earthshaker, putting so much pressure on that top lane. I thought that was the big thing for me. Sure, Moogie, the Lycan pick, I think was definitely very good versus Husker overall. Like he could push the buildings down and force everything.
Him, right?
Yeah, but they put so much pressure on No-Tail, and he fell short.
Yeah.
And if you are falling short in the laning stage, you know, not all hope is lost. Husker can still do well, but you do need to get a Roshan for that.
Yes.
And we have a clip for you, I believe, of the Roche fight.
This was we didn't get the
run it.
We didn't get the first.
You didn't get the Roche fight.
No, we got a little bit of an earlier fight.
A little bit right before that.
You can see that they're pretty even actually on net worth. It's only like a 1K. That's a Pog champ. That's like an external Pog champ. There's only like a 1K lead right now for Newbee.
Yeah.
And they get a 3-man coil from OG, but either way, they can't take the fight into this lineup from Newbee. There's too much damage. Even though SCCC is so underfarmed on this gyro.
Look at how much damage Matt is taking.
Yeah.
Also, you've always got, what I like about the Dark Willow is the fight reset.
Yeah.
Like if they get a good Dream Coil, which they did on 3 Heroes, she fears, everybody runs for the hills, and all of a sudden it's like, all right, well now the fight is completely reset, and you've lost your jump.
The other important thing that we didn't get to actually point out, but during that, the net worth actually, I mean, you guys don't see it anymore, but the Earthshaker was ahead of the Huskar at this point, and it's 11 minutes in. So
harsh.
when something like that is happening, and you're playing a Huskar draft, you're at a massive disadvantage.
Yes.
Earthshaker was sitting at 300 gold above Huskar at the 11-minute mark.
Twisted, I'm very disappointed in you guys. Because before the game started, we talked a little bit about you voting for your MVP and who you thought was the most valuable player, and you know how you're gonna have to watch the game, seeing who is the most valuable player, and then you guys started voting, and you weren't really fair.
They vote right away?
Yeah, here's the result.
I already know who it is. Yeah.
What?
At least Kaka got the second highest, so that definitely is appropriate, at least for.
I think
what is with you, Twitch chat?
It's just me. They're just bullies.
Just get a grip. Like,
they're just bullies.
He's trying his
when
best.
you were saying it's a 0 instead of the O, I was like they're just gonna put no brain anyway because they're just really mean to No-Tail, but poor No-Tail.
Assholes.
Agreed.
He had a difficult lane with Enchantress.
He did.
KP played really well in that one. But yeah, once you get ahead on the Enchantress, and once the Husker gets behind, it's a rough one. But lucky for them, you know, they have another game to look forward to because it's the best of 3. Before we head into that game, Frog, I think you had another matchup chosen for 2 players.
Yes. Which one did I actually choose? I choose the carries. Yeah, I chose
No-Tail
and Moogie. I thought Moogie had a. It was a Huskar pick into a. It was a Lycan pick into a Huskar, which Lycan traditionally very good versus the Huskar if you can actually keep that pace up. And Moogie played this actually.
Wait,
perfect.
are these the stats from that last game?
No, this
These
is
are
overall
I was going to
stats.
say, because there's no way No-Tail was only 4 GPM behind Moogie in that game.
Yeah, this is overall. Moogie for me has always been like. People always, he gets like outshined a bit, right? Like everybody's like, oh my god, SCCC, all KP, all Kaka.
But Moogie is very
strong.
Good.
And very stable.
Very good.
Yeah. I
That's
totally
what
agree.
you want. 100% from a guy like that is just steady, strong and stable leadership for Moogie in the carry role. Yeah.
And the fact that SCCC is getting a lot of attention basically means that Moogie was the backup plan. In case things go wrong, he's there to rely on, but they don't have to rely on him that often. So also, I guess credit to CCC there.
And in the past, at least when I've seen a lot of Newbee games, a lot of times they set up SCCC for success. The last pick is usually him. They're like, what's the best hero that's going to win us this game that SCCC is going to own on? This time around, they switched it. They were like, all right, you're going to play the more sacrificial Gyro, and we're going to have Mugi dominate on the Lycan.
It was a great Lycan pick, I think. Yeah. I mean, we saw it exactly in that game. He's hard to catch. Yes, they got the Dream Coil and stuff like that. Yeah. But if you're busy fighting over Roche, which they had to do multiple times, he's going to eat your buildings.
Look at this.
You can vote. Going to eat your buildings.
This is live results, by the way, below here. And it's a very back and forth, but you can vote.
Is this people voting who's going to win the next game?
Or OG. This is who's going to win the next game. One game.
Okay. I thought it would be slightly more for Newbee, but we'll see.
I mean, it's still pretty Newbee favorite, to be fair.
When I back OG, they lose. That's the bad thing. Like every time I back...
Dude, you just jinxed them then this morning.
No, I'm going to back Newbee this time to give the lads a chance.
To give the lads a chance.
Yeah.
All right. So you think Newbee is not gonna... I think
they're going to win.
Well, they think they're going to win, but yeah.
I think Newbee looks much more informed tonight. I think OG... It wasn't just like...
Look, Jarek's making mistakes as well and stuff,
Well, Jarek's... But I think he was making a lot of plays around the map too, right? Like when you're the one making all the plays, you're about to make a couple mess-ups, but...
Statistically, yeah.
You know, we are like... beating to death a bit on the poor no-tail in this game, but all of them kind of felt a little bit lackluster for me in this one. They all kind of fell apart, like the cast.
Warm-up game. Just a warm-up game.
Sure.
Game 2, we'll see OG have a better shot, and perhaps, you know, they tried Huskar shenanigans, I guess you can call it. Like, you don't see that often. They're probably going to go back more to the stable picks, I would imagine.
More traditional, because, you know, Huskar sure can work in like some of these like cheese kind of lineups, and but the one thing is, the hero is not really the strongest at this point. That's why you don't see Huskars like every other game or something like that. It's kind of like
we see Miracle
bam, got him.
Don't we see Miracle Huskar?
Miracle and Ace, I think for me at least. I'm not lately too much from Secret, but Ace is one of those players that likes to play those heroes. He's the Meepo, Huskar, Broodmother. He's one of those guys.
All right, time for game 2.
We're in the draft.
We're in the draft.
Ready in. So same bands coming out across the board.
Yeah, OG on the Radiant side this time. There's a slight difference there. Newbee on the Dire. And first pick is going the way of Newbee. So this time OG has last pick, which might, you know, allow them to have a bit of an edge there.
No, Willow's now moving up in priority, huh?
Yeah.
And Tiny was completely ignored last game, right?
Yeah, interesting.
Correct. Yeah. What did you think of the Willow in that previous game?
I mean, Faith had a very good impact. We saw that mid-team fight that we had on the replay, right? The damage coming out from the Bedlam was definitely there. Yeah. And the Brambles, over and over again, the Bramble Maze definitely had a...
I really think Willow's great in that. I don't know if she's like. I like the Brambles a lot, but I think like if you think about most fights, let's say someone initiates and someone's coming in, you can cut off the rest of the team. So sort of like dividing line between the enemy team as they're coming in. They're gonna get stuck in the Brambles. If they do group up, you're gonna give them the fear. And her damage output is nothing to sneeze at. It's a lot of damage. So I think she's really good at controlling these initiations and saying nope. No initiation for you. We're going to fear you or we're going to bramble you and you're just kind of stuck.
All right. So this time, Death Prophet, I think, was also ignored in the last game. But this time, it's moved up high in priority. Yeah. There's a kill combo, the Air Spirit, Death Prophet. We did see Empire run this one, and they fell super flat on that one. That was when they were versus the Team Secret Kunkka, and they actually just got destroyed in that game. But overall, these two picks, they can punish a lot in that mid lane. You have a lot of kill threat. And I think this already is dictating a more traditional approach from OG.
Agreed. What a Newbee take second. I mean, the Earthshaker worked great. He's obviously warmed up on it. Yeah. You can take Earthshaker again.
Previous game, they had the Gyrocopter together with the Dark Willow at the start. I mean, it's a solid pick as well. And, you know, you can have him in mid, you can have him in safe.
There he is. Good shout, Sheeps.
Burst damage versus Death Prophet, right? I think VP is the big one for me that's actually been picking Gyro constantly versus Death Prophet, just because in the laning phase you can kill her really easy, and even later stages. Barrage is no joke versus Death Prophet at all stages.
Is it good as well because if she tries to siphon you, you can just rocket her and sort of run away? Sort of thing?
Yeah. And you're super fast. You're just a super speedy hero that can actually disengage from Death Prophet.
I remember Gyro was LD's favorite hero.
That's LD?
LD just used to play him.
Don't make people sad. Don't bring up LD and Merlini. Come on, man.
I don't know, what's Ben's favorite hero? I mean, Zeus was like a big thing for him, right? But what other heroes would you say are Merlini's?
Ben likes to play a lot of Puck, too.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, it depends on what role. Ben plays a lot of those. We don't want to bring up Pen, though. Come on, we want people to stay positive.
Okay.
When we bring up Merlini, everyone just gets
dead. He's just not fucking...
but we don't see him,
well,
You'll see him, jeez.
I'm visiting him soon.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that.
The only man I've ever seen play 3 games at the same time. Hearthstone.
That's it?
Hearthstone, yeah, that's all I saw. He was relaxing. He was playing Hearthstone, he was queuing for a MOBA whose name I shall not mention. No, he was in game for that, and he was queuing for Dota, and then the Dota queue popped, and he just managed to still play all 3 somehow.
I've seen Ben play, I think, 4 or 5 simultaneous games. Phone game, like PoE or whatever, and Dota, just unbelievable.
I don't know how he
That guy is too clever for his own good.
He is very clever. I guess
Efficiency.
he finally realized that, in fact, maybe he's too smart, and he's just going to do something else.
Why am I doing...
It's like, wait a minute.
Being an analyst.
Why am I talking about video games?
Look at all these analysts. They don't know anything.
I want to do something that can make me a millionaire. If it can.
So would you this time they take out the Lycan? Feeling that power of the Dark Willow plus Lycan combo, I think, was really significant.
I think he's just... You're never safe. That's the thing with a Lycan. If you're trying to take a fight and you don't know where the Lycan is, there is just so much pressure, constant pressure in your lanes. And I also think if you've got a Death Prophet, you want to be able to group up and take buildings. All Lycan has to do is run off, and he's going to take almost just as fast as you, and then come back to the fight, and you're like, well, we kind of didn't want that to happen.
Yeah, and like you can't really like keep this Lycan inside of the Exorcism, because he's just going to be zooming around the shapeshift, and Lycan builds book 3, so you're going to have that purge creep to get the Death Prophet. If you have Yules, you purge it down, and you can focus
Super
fire.
Scary.
Yeah.
5 seconds remaining.
I build Netbook 3 sometimes, but I never use the Netbook creep's abilities.
Really? Oh, the
Too
purge
much
is so
micro.
strong.
Yeah, I've
though.
heard, but it's just...
Just set one hockey. It keeps it forever. Just set one hockey.
Well, I just tap between them.
Oh, you tab. Oh, God, the tab.
It's
The
not
tab's a
good.
little too slow, though, because you always
It
target
is.
the melee one first.
Right, and then you've got to go to the next one, and then
Yeah.
you've got to...
Just
So
that
wait,
hockey
you can
pad. I
tie
believe in you.
you can tie a hockey to the purge on the
Yes.
Necrobook? Really?
You can tie it to the ranged Necrobook. You can
So
just
I can
have, like,
just
a
say
hockey.
this like V or whatever is just his purge.
Well, you can just have like a unit hockey. I use like 3, let's say, and 3 will always select the ranged one.
Oh, okay.
Like Lycan.
Oh,
So you
that's
just
pretty
do
cool.
3, and then you use the hockey, whatever you have for.
Oh,
So
that's,
you still have
do
to
that.
press button first.
Oh, I don't
two-
mind
two
that.
buttons.
The
That's
problem
not
is
so bad, though.
this is I would have to push 3 buttons.
No,
to
you
get the
will
purge.
tap, tap, tap.
So Ted, when we get back, we'll play some Lycan.
Okay, I mean,
I'll play some Lycan with you.
All right.
So Omni and Lifestealer get taken out. So Omni, the protection for Death Prophet versus that Gyro magical damage, as well as the Willow magic damage.
Remaining.
And Lifestealer, I think we mentioned already, was how good versus that is versus Gyro.
it's a Fly Warlock.
Yep.
Okay.
So that's more 5-man from them. More grouping up to push.
Fatal Bonds magnetized. That level 6 threat from OG is very strong.
I also feel like that's like their fight reset. Like if Willow tries to fear everybody, you're going to turn around and Fatal Bonds them and drop the rock on them, so it's hard for them to chase. So because Warlock is good in the sense that he doesn't need to be near the fight. If things start getting ugly, he can drop the rock as their version of the fight reset. It's like Ravage and stuff like that. But you can also then use it for pushing because the columns are good at that. I like it. But these are 2, as we always say, big cooldown dependent ults. You got DP ult, Warlock ult.
Yep.
So do they pick something? Newbee pick something fast to respond? Just run at them.
Yeah.
When their
Previous
ults are
game,
down?
they picked Kaka's hero. It was an Earthshaker.
You could do like Earthshaker or Rubik this time around. Rubik's got decent spells to steal. Sure,
Yeah.
not really from Earth Spirit, but from DP and Warlock, you're about to get something pretty good.
I mean, even just Fatal Bonds. Fatal Bonds with Bedlam? Come on. Cooldown and all the rest of it. Gyro, it's good enough.
They just do the Shaker again.
So far, still the same draft as a previous game for them.
It's very, I mean, it's very limited for heroes, like we mentioned the last time around. Like everything's been banned.
Yes.
Woo!
Faceless Void.
Owen would be happy about that one.
Well, he won't.
It's more than likely.
Well, he will if they lose because he wants that hero buff.
He wants that hero buff. So, yeah.
I tell you what, if
He
this
needs
hero
that
does
hero.
well, then everybody's going to be playing Faceless Void, and he's not going to be able to get it in his pubs.
Yeah, it's true too.
That's
Well,
assuming
he has
everybody
to
watching
first
this
pick
knows.
it.
He does have to first pick it,
Yeah, I
and he
think
also
so.
has to hope it's not banned.
Yeah.
Poor Owen.
What a bet. I
What
wish
a
I'd taken
bet.
some of that action. I really do.
He was so confident.
I mean, at this rate, he won't even have time to play.
He has to get 5k. For those of you that don't know, he made a bet with Blitz. I'm sure most of you have heard of this story already. He has to get to 5k playing nothing but Void,
Core Void.
Core Void. You have to first pick him in solo queue. and he has a year to do it. It's been a few months already.
And he's down 100 MMR.
He is already down, I believe, 150.
150 already.
He didn't even have that far to go, but we figured out that even if he goes like slightly above 50%, which obviously, you know, he'd have to go over 50% to win, but if, let's say he did it, went like 55%, he would be earning about $7 or $8 an hour over that year for the number of games he'd have to play. So very, very tough bet to take. I was there when he took it. We were all shaking our heads and saying, no, and don't do it. I think I can do it. I think I can do it. He was wrong.
He's definitely wrong. We'll see.
The time's not yet over, guys.
Baden.
He might do it.
He
a
might.
Baden pick.
Yeah, if you get someone to play in it.
Hey, a Baden pick, that's not really common for any Chinese team.
No, it's not. That's,
Maybe they've seen Fat as a Baden and they're like, you know what? That's pretty good.
We can do that too.
So you mentioned something like, I mean, this one's not so much as like the counter thing, but like you mentioned like Warlock similar to Tide. So people like the Abaddon versus the Tide because you ult and you shield somebody, you instantly remove the stuns.
Yeah.
But I think they have other things in mind here. I think they just really want to be able to contest that offlane. Because now, like, you look at these supports, like if it is a Void safe lane, Void, Warlock, Earthspirit, if they're being contested by an Abaddon Shaker, they can't zone this guy out. He's definitely got to get something up top.
I personally think they're going to put the Void in the offlane. I mean, I like it because you can put him in either. And I like that as a fourth pick because it leaves it open. Because now you're thinking, well, are we going to be worried about the Void or are we going to be worried just about Chrono?
Oh god, I can't mute in time. I'm going to cough. Oh my god.
Oh no.
He's got to mute himself. Hold on.
Careful, people. Don't worry, guys. He had it. He got it.
He got it. Unfortunately, we can still pick it up. These guys are all dying.
Oh, it's a good thing I'm healthy. I was going to say we, but then I remembered that you were sick too.
I was sick.
I'm glad you're back, though. It's very good to have you. All right, so last pick time. We have Newbee that will get to pick first after this banning is done. What are they lacking? Because they got some tower push, I guess, with the Abaddon. The Atrophy, whatever the name is.
With the what?
The thing that the thing that you get on the thing.
Curse of Avernus?
The Curse of Avernus, that one.
Atrophy.
What?
Atrophy.
I mean, I'm just as bad cheap. Like, I do the same thing.
I'm like, are you thinking you're mixing like Atrophy Aura and Aphotic Shield combined in two? We now have Atrophy.
Atrophy. On Abladun.
The Curse. That helps you push. So that's really nice. But is it enough? Like, what are they lacking? They lack maybe some disable?
Nah, I think they're good.
You good with the Dark Willow and the Shaker?
They've got decent disable and catch. Usually the thing that I look at when you're playing with like a Abaddon is, do you have catch? Because this hero is, you're just kind of running at people with your big sword and
just going.
You can't get up to catch up to them. And they've got that with Willow Shaker already.
Okay. So what do they need?
Just another hero. They need 5.
Some more building damage.
Here we go.
Hey, that's been a while.
Lena. Wow.
Oh, so
That's
more burst for the Death Prophet. And for the Void.
They're very excited.
Ooh, and there's your Tiny.
That is, yeah, it gets saved out to the last. So I still think that's a safe lane Void and that's off lane Tiny, right?
Nope.
No, it is the off lane Void and the safe lane Tiny.
All right. Exciting times. So,
I think that's okay, honestly. I think, here's the thing. Chrono's just good, right?
Sure.
And if you don't get any items on Tiny, I think his sort of time...
Dude, Newbee's being so loud. They're being so they're so excited right now.
They are.
I think they're very comfortable with their draft.
I think they're very happy about it. And if they're happy,
I'm happy. Are you going for Newbee?
I'm not crazy. Lena, yeah, you know what? I'm liking Newbies. I think OG's very ulti reliant with the Void, Warlock, and Death Prophet. They like need these ultis to be able to fight versus Newbee. So yeah, let's go with Newbee.
What do you think, Ted?
I'm gonna back Newbee.
All
I think they'll do it even with Lena. I think.
So we're cursing Newbee this time. Then.
They might be cursing Newbee at this time, but if they do, we're gonna get a game 3. This is perhaps the last game of 4G if they don't manage to win this, because we are in an elimination match here in the lower bracket. Over to Capitalist and Blitz for game 2. Game 2.
That's right, you'd be forgiven if you thought this was game 1. After all, the actual first game of this series was quite one-sided. But we're here in game 2, where Newbee are currently 1 up, and OG are 1 loss away from elimination. And OG, well, they've gone with kind of a standard lineup. We've got a Death Prophet with a Void. The weird thing is that they're actually going to be having off-lane Void. We'll actually see how that works. But it's Newbee who are going to go for the Lena. And the Lena, we saw a couple times in Bucharest, has been failing spectacularly. I really think there's a place for it, but it's just been bad.
I like this hero. I think it's a cool hero. It plays very fast.
Yep.
Just the damage on her feels a little bit underwhelming, and she suffers from the problem of glass cannon times 10.
Yeah.
So you build up a ton of net worth on the hero only for this hero to die really easily.
I've seen every single time. I think I've seen this Death Prophet, or excuse me, the Lina picked up. It's been versus the Death Prophet. The concept is quite nice, right? Being able to just get a huge amount of burst damage, some of it even being pure damage directly into... Actually, I don't think anyone goes Hag on Scepter on Lina nowadays, so we'll just say a bunch of magic damage, laid into a Death Prophet, blow her up before the exorcism can be a factor. And here, it's even better because you've got a Faceless Void, but we are going to have a battle over the Bounty Rune. S4 is just going to take a lot of damage.
Bounty Rune fight.
Apparently, he's feeling good about just challenging Faith, since he's got Fly behind him with the Shadow Word.
Jarex challenging Kaka. Kaka won the battle of the 4 positions last game.
He most certainly did.
My bad. You rock. That's cute.
I thought that was a tiny line.
Yeah, but he has rocks too.
Rock!
You don't own the rock speak.
Are you sure, dude?
How
He's
dare
a
you.
literal rock.
Yeah, but Earth Spirit is too. He's the spirit of the earth. How much more rock can you get than that? There
Jarex agrees. All right, so our lane matchup is an Abaddon versus an Earth Spirit Tiny. That seems to be pretty good as long as KP doesn't die early, which he's just been kicked back into a good amount of damage, not necessarily his death. Then our mid matchup is going to be the Death Prophet versus Lina, but Lina is not alone. She's got an Earth Shaker, Kaka's Earth Shaker, kind of hovering around. And then the top lane is a Dark Willow Gyrocopter against a Warlock Faceless Void, which seems to be challenging the Gyrocopter pretty heavily.
Yeah, the Gyrocopter, I don't think he really likes this lane because the kill potential is really limited. And that's the best thing that you can do against, especially things like Dark Willow lanes, is if you make it so that he can't really kill, he doesn't do the best job of harassing. This hero is very level dependent.
Faith's harassment is even worse since he did go for the Cursed Crown first rather than the Shadow Realm. Homing Missile laid out onto the S4. They do have combination stun here. S4 is going to use the time lapse to be able to dodge that Homing Missile. Is in a position where he's still going to take a lot of Rocket Barrage damage, but again, no real kill threat.
These are the kind of lanes that Voids thrive in. A mid, Matt, gonna get stunned up.
Oh, maybe this is going to be a kill. SEC tried to dodge the LSA from Mad, but not going to happen here. Spirit Siphon goes out. That'll keep him alive a little bit longer, but they do spot him outside of the trees. Not going to be able to go for the kill. Kaka, he's actually going to stay behind him. He's challenging. They have the Dragon Slave coming in. Oh, SEC gets nailed by Jarex, but they first pick up the kill on Mad. Now Kaka going to be slowed down by the Orb of Venom with the tower shots in. Jarex no longer has any abilities, so Kaka at least is punished and will probably have to go back to base. But in the end, the trade-off is worth it for Newbee claiming the first blood.
It looked awkward there for a second because Kaka being there almost hurt just because he continued to Spirit Siphon us. They're going to go. The kick is successful.
Nice. Double stun from the LSA.
Jinx.
I would say you owe me a soda, but we're both trying to forgo that life right now.
Stay strong, guys. Drink water. Water is the best.
H2O.
Keep it strong.
Abaddon, a little bit low here.
Oh, gonna pop the shield.
I like that Jarex kind of set up this safe lane for success in just nailing KP a couple of times. He's had to burn through all of his regen, and now No-Tail can just keep on putting the pressure on him.
Yeah. I think Newbee too, when they got wrecked by this hero, they're like, this hero's amazing. But part of what made it amazing was that you left a hero 1v1 against it.
Yeah. KP denies himself. All right, well, that's an easy way back to the fountain. Is he going for the Miscoil build? No, he's going 1-1-1. So maybe he just picked up the value point of Miscoil to deny himself for an easy trip back to base.
I know you were saying you like that build lately.
Yeah, because I thought... Oh, dodge. I thought Batten was just kind of a shitty version of Omni Knight. And then Samil showed me this build where you go 4-4-0. And the hero feels a lot different. It's a combination of like the burst damage, the deny, the self-deny on playing off lane is super powerful.
You can farm with that. Even the first level,
yeah.
You can just snipe creeps.
Yeah, you get really easy CS. So it guarantees you get level 2 faster rather than denied the whole entire time. Jarek's trying to go for the Roshan deny, gets hit. Kaka also going to be able to Roshan with the double kill. LSA lands onto the Death Prophet. You're going to challenge SDC here. Feeling like the Spirit Siphon is going to be enough, but no. SDC actually has the attack speed advantage here. Managed to land another LSA. Keeps it up. A Dragon Slave's coming in as well. Mad's going to be quite low and will die to that combination. Mad, a bit of inexperience being shown there, thinking that he could challenge the Lina like that. Yeah. To be fair, we aren't going to see a whole lot of Linas in this current meta, so Mad just misreading the situation.
But first, they both got baited by the Roshan.
That is true.
Roshan with an easy double kill.
The score is currently 1, 2, and 2.
Hashtag Roshan, for sure.
Hashtag Roshan?
Yeah, Roshan never gets kills. You gotta give him the shout out when he does. You know how frustrating of a life you live? It's like every time somebody just comes and kills you once in a while, you never get revenge.
It's one of those like Greek tragedy hell situations.
It sucks. But not today, as they're gonna make a move.
Oh no, the Warlock's been caught by the Brambles at SCC. Ooh, I thought he was gonna be able to hit this double stun there, but S4 jumps away just in time. It's just going to be Fly who dies.
He had the ult too, so if he hits S4 there, it's almost certainly a kill. He didn't want to rotate there just to kill Fly, but they'll take it.
Well, apparently he is determined to kill S4 as he's going to stick around. I'm not sure what that stun was, but SCC is going to slide out of the tree. Surprise!
Okay, the second time.
No one expects... What is Pyrian Flax called? The Regoose?
The Regoose.
The Regoose.
No one expects the Regoose. Don't shout out that nerd.
Are you bitter?
I hope that
because of this morning's interactions.
Yeah, I hope the grill gets him again.
He just has food anonymously sent to his room.
It's like, oh, that's really thoughtful. Somebody sent me clam chowder again.
It was the grill. Shout out to the Boston Grill. That was what its name was, right?
Yeah. So S4 gonna cop some harass, but healed up by the Warlock, and without the Lina burst damage, it's probably unlikely to die here.
Tiny is level 7. And KP is still trying to get his level 6. Very close to it, but they might be able to kill him before he gets off that saving grace. Nail him a couple times with the stuns, but he does manage to get off the aphotic shield. He may still die after that one, trying to get the missed coil off. Unable to do so, and Dark Willow will even cancel that TP. Would have thought he would have loved to at least pick up the experience for that one. SCC is trying to chase down Jarex right now. Is he going to find him? Jarex is going to spot him out here. Jarex, what do you do? He's outside of vision. He's okay for now.
He's trying to get him to no-tail. Oh,
trying to, or not.
Just get the stacks here instead. No-tail's going to come forward, but Kaka does have the fissure here. He's got to be careful about this.
Challenging with the tree. And just get the avalanche, but it's going to be interrupted. No, boy, this is going to be interesting. SCC tries to throw out the Laguna Blade, not nearly enough damage. And now here comes Matt for revenge. Managed to at least kill Jarex. No-tail's going to be able to chase down Kaka, I think. SCC, good thing he landed that stun, is able to get outside of range on the Spirit Siphon. Meanwhile, the chase still continues. Kaka is indeed dead. No-tail finally catches him.
Yeah, and Mad tries to make the wraparound play, but unable to find anything out of that. And now that's the first Death Prophet ult expended.
Pretty good read by No-tail, at least, knowing that he could survive that combination.
Yeah, it was well done. Also, Jarex coming in with the silence.
Yeah.
Both 4 positions just continuously trading their lives, trying to set up their mids for kills. It's going to be KP that now comes in, trying to get a better start.
So apparently both the Lina and the Tiny are going to be pretty active in this game. Tiny just rotated up to the top lane and is looking for a kill. Or interrupting. Actually, he just wants to take the stack. That's fair enough.
That was a lot of creeps.
That was a lot. It was triple stack.
And he tosses. Okay, face like, I will farm this. Thank you.
Caught SDC. LSA, that's going to miss. So he's just going to try and go for the kill on Jarex, and he got him. So at least he trades out his life for a kill. Of course, that just ends up... oh, never mind. They killed SDC first, so... Yeah. Just 3 times kill streak instead of 4 times.
Still nice for Mad. Like, he needed something like that.
Yeah.
He hasn't had... This isn't necessarily the worst start for Death Prophet, but Especially when you waste your ult the first time around, it feels really bad.
Yeah. So one of the great things about this Abaddon pickup is that it's always able to stand in front of these tower pushes. We actually saw it from Newbee. Did we see it from Newbee yesterday? Maybe it was Secret who actually punished Newbee that way.
I think it was Secret.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Vada played the Abaddon game too.
Yeah. It also sounds like Newbee to be the ones trying to go for a push lineup and failing. So Newbee taking a page out of some of the opposing team's books. I'm just curious to see who's going to be the first one to try out a support Terrorblade.
Probably neither of these teams.
Smoke up. Where are we going? Got an Arcane Rune 2 in the bottle for SCC, so this is value pickup, but not so value if Jerix is in a position to pop the smoke, but he's not. They glide right on through, and this is going to be S4 potentially caught totally unaware. Ward behind the tower. Smoke is going to pop. They know he's around here somewhere. They probably figure out he's in the trees because of the ward. They see him now, but it's a bit too late.
And S4 is playing so carefully here. I mean, Jerix was meant to be there to pop the smoke.
See Jerix even pinging that area, but didn't work out.
They know that something's up with this Lina, though.
I mean, she's still kind of the same hero that she used to be, right? And that she just has to go for kills. Fade. Gonna be caught here, managed to get off the Shadow Realm, so there's gonna be no instant Spirit Siphon here. Silence does go down. Tried to go for the Terrorize play, I think, and got silenced instead.
Yeah, she is level 6. But the level 1 silence is there. This should net them a kill. The Earth Spirit used everything here.
Yeah.
But
the kill on screen, S4, he is not dying, right? I don't think there's any way. He just jumps into the trees.
Oh, S4? No, that's very unlikely.
Yeah. So they're just trying to push him back to take that tower.
If you're going to devote 2 Corsair and Smoke for this, like, you need to get something out of it.
Yeah. Especially when they lose their Dark Willow, they're probably going to take a lot of damage on their tower. Maybe TP will TP? He's got a TP.
If you die for this, though, if you click No-Tail, like, he has Blink Dagger ready and a TP ready.
That is a real nice timing.
Much better game than he had in game 1.
All right, back into the game we go. We're going to watch the Dark Willow die. Exorcism's going to be popped. Spirit Siphon chasing down. Terrorize goes off, but it's a bit too late. So now we're going to use that Exorcism, try and push the tower. And sure enough, the kill attempt on S4 was a total failure. In fact, he's still sticking around, pulling creeps off of the tower. So Newbee got to do something about this push. Somebody? Are they really just sticking around for bottom lane? Guys. Surely there is time better spent elsewhere. So the mid tower ends up taking a lot of damage. KP looks like he received a combination, goes up to full HP by popping False Promise.
No-Tail gets the Blink Dagger. So Newbee should know about this, but
So it's up to, basically I had 2 killers on each team. Lina, Tiny. Both of them need to be able to go around getting hero kills. See which one is going to be more successful. So far it's No-Tail, but No-Tail's been caught. The rotation out for Mugi, didn't expect this one. They do have Mad though, in return. Spirit Siphon not a KP. KP may be in big time trouble here because he does not have the False Promise. They do have the Chronosphere as well, so he's gonna be able to get off the Mistcoil tonight. Great play from KP. That really kills that rotation. No-Tail spotted out a little bit low, but it's Dark Willow who's going to be caught here. Managed to get the nice AoE damage from Jerix. That guarantees the kill. And SCC chased back as well.
yeah. Throw down the brambles. But SCC has to be careful. No-Tail with the Blink Dagger will burst her very quickly. This is the downside of playing the Lina. Fly, they're going to spot her.
Jerix is just trying to keep tabs on these heroes, make sure that his allies know what's going on. Fisher blocked, though, in some big-time trouble. Mad turns around, gets off the double silence, but the Rocket Barrage is already down. He will fall.
And Mugi going to get the last hit on that. OG looked like they wanted to make the rotation in, but with no ult on the Earth Spirit, not going to be a whole lot of damage that follows up on that. But they're going to go for the smoke themselves. Fly has the rock. They want to use this and the Chronosphere the first time in the game. And they're going to go deep into the jungle here. Try to connect to N0tail, who's got his Blink Dagger. This stack, though, depends on how fast they clear it. N0tail's going to make the jump first.
He's going to try and jump on an STC. If he could just burst him down, almost not quite enough, though. And JerAx actually went for the other here. They tried to play greedy. S4, is he going to blow the Chronosphere to be able to get this kill? No.
He masked first. So he wasn't able to even get the Chrono if he wanted to. Might have been able to catch him on the lip, but use the Mask of Madness to try to get closer. Very nice stun from both SCCC and Kaka. That was a huge rotation in from OG.
I mean, there were so many things they could have done different there. JerAx could have rolled on to Lina to make sure they got that kill. We could have had a toss back from N0tail. I think that would normally be the play that most Tinies would make.
Yeah, there was a lot of different options here. Now,
jump in, they're going to try and go for SCC again, but the Fisher is going to be able to interrupt this. Time for an LSA to be able to land outside of the Chronosphere, so they're going to be able to stun up a lot of heroes. Matt is actually coming in with a big exorcism. Dark Willow trying to get off Terrorize, unable to do so successfully, though. KP now outside of that one is in big time trouble. Borrowed time, gone. He will die. Tier 1 tower dead as well. Wow. OG, bit of a blunder inside of the Dire jungle, but they don't let it deter them. They go right back in for another engagement and manage to take 4 for nothing.
Newbee, they were willing to try to defend that mid tower, but the positioning was just off, and OG this time around, they're given a second chance. Very well done. It's one of the better chrono attempts that you're going to see from S4 in a game like this because of how fast Lina normally plays, but getting both him and the Abaddon, who couldn't cast anything during that time period.
And where's Moogie been?
Moogie's just been shoving out this bottom lane, trying to get some farm. He's pretty far behind right now.
Yeah, he's currently sitting third, a bit behind both the Tiny and the Lina. Understandable. It's a tough game for a Gyrocopter, right? Because of the Death Prophet as well as Tiny are really big threats to you.
Yeah. Radiant 2 scan. It misses, but they should know about SCCC being here. As Mad, the coach, gonna draw the line, and now the tower pinged out. Newbee, they know that this long cooldown ulti, both the Death Prophets and the Faceless Voids, makes it so it's very unlikely that they contest this tower.
So OG are just going to farm and take a tier 1 tower in return, it seems. Or try to anyway. I'm actually not sure. N0tail, he does take it. He's going to have an Echo Saber. Are you a fan of the Echo Saber? Second item for Tiny?
Yeah. It's like added burst, but it's more like a burst physical than getting a Dagon or something. So
yeah.
It scales better.
And if anything, the Tiny's much better at burst damage than he used to be because with this tree, he gets 1-2 hit, and then he can toss the tree as well.
Yeah, it's good stats too. I'm going to grab the mid tower at the same time. They're taking good advantage of these cooldowns on all 3 ultis. Fly also has a significant cooldown. That is the downside of OG's lineup, is with these really big cooldown ultis, like you want to transition them almost immediately into pushes. That's why you want to go for these aggressive smokes into pushed out lanes so that you can start a fight in front of their base.
This is why heroes like Lina are going to be perfect against this low cooldown, high kill potential against this Death Prophet. Now her by himself not going to be enough. What a
nice silence.
Turn around, and now Matt is going to be able to get off the Spirit Siphon. STC is dead. Kaka going to try and lay down the damage to finish off Matt, and he does at least get that muzz. But still, OG. Trade 2 for 1. What a sick play from JerAx.
I mean, JerAx in game number 1 was also kind of the saving grace of their team, aside from that missed kick.
Yeah.
This time around, his Earth Spirit delivering once again. That would have been a disaster if they just lose the Death Prophet for nothing. But he was so quick on the uptick.
12-8, less than 1,000 gold lead for OG right now. About even when it comes to tower trade-offs. In fact, it's just a tier 2 that's gone on OG's bottom lane. What's the difference? Could be more soon, though. Tier 1 in the off lane for OG is about to fall. N0tail's going to stand in front of it for now. Stunning up the cabin just to make sure. And look at this. We're going to watch JerAx come in. He just finished his TP onto the shrine, got that silence. Only hit the Earthshaker, but managed to get the stun on the Lina at the same time. So that gave Mad enough time to be able to get his double silence in. Unfortunately, low level on the silence from the Death Prophet, so it did mean that Earthshaker was still going to be able to get off his combination. Helmet Dominator, save your creep, KP. Oh, nice Fisher. Stopping Jarex, actually. Kaka not able to get close enough with that just now picked up Blink Dagger, trying to make a cool play with it. Meanwhile, OG are taking Roshan, and Newbee is completely unaware. Whoa, Jarex going to be found by Moogie here, slowed down by the missile. Was not able to roll away. Kaka is just going to make sure he stays stunned, but a worthy trade-off, honestly. Jarex dying, drawing a lot of attention. In exchange, OG get Roshan and an Aegis.
Yeah, he's like, guys, they're all chasing me. There's absolutely no way that they know.
And another stack that OG is going to take. Man, No-Tail has been using this Tiny really effectively, stealing so much farm.
Much better game number 2 from No-Tail. That was a stack meant for the Gyrocopter, who has caught up quite a bit.
Yeah.
Just barely behind the Lina, but they're even going to lay down the ward after they take the stack. The rich get richer. Though the gold lead, barely a K ahead.
And what would you attribute that to? Because it does feel like we've been watching OG winning a lot.
And they just have more kills, but
why is the gold lead so... Why is it such a minimal lead for them?
Tier 2 tower, a lot of the kills were earlier, and everyone just continues to farm.
Kaka, Newbee are all smoked up here, but they've just missed out on an easy wraparound. SEC is going to be running into Jarex here. He does have a Shadow Blade. They actually had a sentry out onto the high ground, so Jarex spotted him. SEC still trying to gun for this, but his supports need his help. Dark Willow, he's going to be the first one down here, potentially. Shadow Realm slowed down by the Tide Dilation. S4 will easily pick up that kill. It's Kaka, who found an Invis rune, who's still going to stick around.
He wants to set up for this right now. Moogie, though, he's going to have to TP in for this engagement.
This could be a huge Echo Slam.
They're spawning. DP ult is popped. Kaka, he still has about half duration on this. He knows that No-Tail's hiding in this corner.
If they could just get the Lina here with the Laguna Blade, an Echo Slam, but it's just too hard. They don't have the hero set up for it. So Tiny is actually going to go for the rotation down to bottom lane, see if he can actually catch this Gyrocopter in the act of trying to split push. No-Tail misses the avalanche. Moogie going to go for the TP out. Hits him with the tree, tries to go for the toss. Not able to get him.
Oh, that was so close.
And it looks like nothing really came of our Invis rune either.
Yeah, I think Kaka was just trying to spot. He's like, okay, guys, no one's coming. We're just going to go for the spot. If you go for this bottom push, it also delays OG's use of the Aegis, which is what they're trying to do right now. Just buy time, burn the fight. Roshan still has like 2 minutes on it, so you just have to chill if you're on the side of Newbee. And for OG, they want to make something happen with this Aegis. Have to wait for the DP ult, though.
It seems to me that Newbee have kind of missed a timing of sorts, because the BKB, as it completes for the Death Prophet, there's nothing really for them to stop these Death Prophet pushes. It's only initiation. They just have to initiate before the BKB goes off.
They're going to have to do a good job kiting. And it goes without saying, you can't get multi-man on Chronode.
Yeah. Wheel Scepter up in the air. Gonna be able to follow it up with a silence. Kaka has been caught and doomed. KP tries to go for a TP out. No stun anywhere, so he'll be okay.
Radiant's top tower is
Mad, though. Picking up another kill. Trying to go for the Shivas next. I think S4's trying to bait. He's going to push out bottom and hopefully get his team to connect to him.
Yeah, the Tiny is actually... can just go for the kill on Faith.
Wow. That is fast.
Yeah. It could almost double the HP of Dark Willow, and I'm pretty sure he would still die there.
When he did like half the combo, she was to 300 health. I was like, alright, she is definitely dead.
It's not a fun game for Newbee and their supports. It's a great game for OG, though. It really feels like they're about to pick up. They may have had a minimal net worth lead this whole entire time, but with the Tier 1 and Tier 2 that is subsequently going to fall, that lead should start growing a little bit more. And they've got this great late game because they ran a 3-position Faceless Void, who I feel like they didn't really punish all that much.
I mean, they couldn't really punish it with their lineup, though.
Yeah. It's the
Even if you fissure, what's your combo here? Fissure, Curse Crown, Missile?
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Sounds very underwhelming.
Yeah. And they kind of always had the Warlock behind the Void to make sure he was full HP as well. Newbee, though, they've been making sure to at least keep this game close and farm. Gyrocopter is now top net worth, and it's going to be working towards a butterfly. KP actually didn't go for the experience gain. Went for the 25 movement speed.
That's interesting.
That is interesting.
He's fast, though.
He's fast, but... Wow. I guess I just like the experience a lot. Stun out BKB, Spirit Siphon. Now Matt is going to punish Kaka for that attempt at a fissure. Exorcism out. BKB is going to wear out eventually, though. In fact, it's down just about now. Maybe Kaka can save himself. No, KP couldn't even save him with all of that miscoil heal.
Oh, look at S4 right now. He's going for the long wraparound.
Yeah.
Trying to see if he can cut off the body of Newbee right now.
Pretty close if they can land this kick. Not quite there. Terrorize out, misses. And S4 just to be able to land it. Maybe he jumps to the backline, goes for the Chronosphere. He does. Manage to land on SEC. KP needs to be able to keep this damage dealer alive. SEC threatened, but a Shadow Blade goes off, and he's able to get away. BKB now activated by S4.
They've overcommitted.
Onto Death Prophet. This is going to be a big target if they should actually take it. Fly interrupts it with the Golem, but Mad still in big time trouble. Going to be stunned. Stuns up Fly as well. Newbee. Oh, man. You said they needed to kite, and that's exactly what happened. Death Prophet, full BKB, full Exorcism, really does nothing almost that entire engagement. They just got an Earthshaker.
Yeah, he committed way too much for that ES. And at that point, S4 said, guys, I've got the perfect angle. Jerax throws out the kick. They just don't have enough damage right now to kill this Lina, who went for the BKB and the Shadow Blade. The Shadow Blade made her invincible. They don't have 1600 burst damage. Picked up the 350 HP talent. One of the better ways to deal with the fact that you are going to be so stat dependent on these items. But unsuccessful in their attempt, way overcommit, and those are the 10-second BKBs used too on the side of OG.
That is pretty rough. Newbie showing. Even when they don't have the initiation, they can still fight back. They are going to go for the Aghanim Scepter on SEC here, that pure damage. Laid into either the Void or the Death Prophet.
I think when you see all the BKBs on the side of OG,
yeah,
it's an easier call.
For sure.
But if you look at S4's build, yes, he has the Mask of Madness, and he's got a fast BKB, but he doesn't deal that much damage. Like, he went for the strength over the damage himself, which means that when he was just right-clicking into SECC, only dealt like 400 damage. KP negated a good amount of that, too, with his miscoil. And he's going to go for a Radiance now. All of Newbee smoked up. They're going to see that this Abaddon only has the Relic, and they're going to think they're not going to take the fight.
But the smoke is now popped. Jump forward. Echo Slam already laid and a Fly. They also get off the Spirit here. Jerax is in trouble. They throw down the Laguna Blade. They're going to be able to finish off Fly, but Jerax did manage to roll away for the time being. Now Newbee. They have to make sure they don't overextend themselves. A fresh Chronosphere up from S4. Terrorize, going to land on a Magic Immune target, so they're going to go for more. KP, he's going to be the next one caught. Burrow time already thrown out there. Completed the Radiance, tried to go for the TP out, but a toss is going to be able to stop that one. So now KP, his only hope is going for a miscoil deny. Not even going to try it.
Wow, what an overcommitment. This time around from Newbee, who just walk up that cliff. They're like, let's go for it. You commit with the Earthshaker. They try so hard just to kill Fly. And Fly thinking to himself, that was 2 cores and the 4-position Earthshaker just for my life. Well worth it. I will take that trade every time. That is indeed what happens.
19-13, 2,000 gold lead for OG after that disastrous engagement.
Yeah, that was
chosen by Newbee.
That was crazy. They gifted them that fight.
At least Moogie's farm has not slowed down.
Yeah, Moogie was like, guys, I'm not a part of that.
Yeah, that looks garbage.
That looks... Have fun.
I wonder what the Chinese word for garbage is.
Basura?
Ooh, double damage rune. For
No
No-Tail, too. Oh, 500 damage a hit? Yeah. We'll take that. Thank goodness, Kaka. blinked in a little bit late. Otherwise, he would have met a premature death.
And he's just going to continue to farm. He's level 18, almost has the AC. They need to be together, though, Newbee, if they want to win these engagements. Yeah. They thought they were just going to get a pick off. That was the idea. They smoke, they show the Abaddon only has a relic, and that's supposed to fool OG into thinking, oh, they're waiting for this Radiance before they make any sort of play.
Right.
There's no way they're making some sort of smoke. Like, that's what that was supposed to represent. But OG are so fast. Like, Jarex feels like he's got a sixth sense. He always is in position for these engagements. Never too far from one of his heroes.
Oh, and I like this gem pickup.
Yeah.
That's great, because they've had the counter vision to deal with it at times, but they know Newbee has always been trying these really aggressive wards.
Yeah. It takes away the initiation potential, too, from Lina.
Yeah.
It doesn't allow SECC to play this game where she just assaults the back lines repeatedly. But it does mean that OG have to be so careful. They themselves cannot afford to lose this. As now, Roshan is up. Both sides know about this. Jarex is on the high ground. See if he can work his magic once again. OG, they're going to walk into this. Mad, are you going to pop the ult for this? This would be a
Dark Willow does have a smoke, but they're actually not going to go for it. They just pop Shadow Blade, start running in. KP leading the way into the Roshan pit, reveals all these heroes out, and they've actually found No Tail. They can blow him up with the Echo Slam, but no, the Chronosphere interrupts. S4 is going to be able to take this one in style, but Mad is actually caught inside the Chronosphere as well, so some of the damage is a little bit lacking, but they have enough to be able to finish off at least Mookie. SEC does have Laguna Blade, threatens Jarex's light, but not nearly enough to be able to get the kill, has to dodge the roll in, kick goes out, Mookie bought back. Mookie, hey, careful here, that's an Exorcism blow. Mad is going to pop the Eul Scepter, dodging a lot of this damage. No Tail finally actually went down to Faith here. But now they caught him. LSA onto. Nice Fisher as well. Managed to snag up Mad. Silence onto the SEC Lina, but he's turning and fighting as best he can with just the right click damage. Now the Exorcism is down. They actually have no damage, so Mookie is free to just be able to challenge this one. They've got great chain stuns in as well, so the buyback is worth it.
Fantastic buyback.
It looks a little awkward at first when he's challenging a Death Prophet with Exorcism up, but...
No, he had the BKB this time around. And now it's going to be the two heroes, OG, both their supports. Can they make something happen here? They know that the Roche attempt is here. It's the only reason why you'd go for the buyback. This kind of commitment. The upheaval is going to be laid down on the ground. Kaka going to blink forward.
Making sure there is no shenanigans here from Jared.
But Newbee's getting really low.
This is a little scary, but they have a healing salve.
Kaka's now going to tank this. Jarex is nowhere in position anymore for this. I think they're unaware of how low everybody on the side of Newbee is.
Yeah. And he's got the gem. He doesn't want to throw away his life trying to interrupt a Roshan and give away that critical item.
Moogie gonna get the Aegis. That is the price you pay.
You know what I love about the buyback change? There is so much incentive to buy back for these big engagements.
Oh, absolutely.
Because now there's no buyback penalty, so Mookie just collected all that net worth. Comes in, managed to get a couple of kills, gets Roshan as well. He's got the Aegis, so it's not even like he really has to worry about his buyback being down.
Yeah, it rewards the more offensive. Oh, No Tail. Heavens.
Speaking of offensive, Jesus.
You definitely reward the more offensive buybacks now, though,
yeah,
than used to in the past. Before, it was almost just strictly used as a countermeasure, but now you can be a little bit more tactical about it.
And in turn, OG did not have buybacks of their own to be able to match that pace set by the Gyrocopter.
Hey, even if you have a buyback, S4 had already used his Chrono.
True.
The DP used his ult. That is the downside of having a lineup where two of your cores are so ulti dependent.
Nice rolling from Jarex. He did that thing where he was faking out, placing a ward, I believe.
Yeah.
Clearing through some trees to get himself a really nice ward. It sucks when the tree is there, but it looks great when it's gone. And he's apparently just going to cut down more trees to help it out a little bit more and disguise what he just did.
Yeah. KP going to build a Blade Mill, by the way. What do you think about this item build?
I'm kind of okay with it just because he knows that Spirit Siphon is going to be placed on him, right? Yeah. It's like he's a tanky target, so it makes sense. There's a decent amount of AoE damage, such as like Fatal Bonds or Spirit. I'm okay with it. Oh, SCC just found a big pickoff with Kaka here. Whew. Uh-oh. No-Tail's here. Kills the courier first, tries to go for the kill onto the Earthshaker. Now he's going to be kited up. SCC thinks he can actually get this kill on No-Tail. Pops his own BKB.
A lot of damage.
A lot of little chip damage here onto No-Tail, and he needs some way to be able to stop this one. Toss in the air.
Okay, he's down.
Wow. They're both dead for over a minute.
Okay, then now they're just going to go for the high ground. There is no buyback on the Faceless Ward or the Tiny Newbee. They're going to confirm that in a second when they go for the high ground here, and nobody from OG is buying back.
How did that happen?
Yeah, No-Tail just casually goes in for the courier and then dies.
He didn't run straight back either.
Yeah,
he did this weird meandering path. I don't know what he thought. Maybe someone else from OG was going to help him out there.
He was as casual as can be, and Newbee are going to get a full set of racks. That gold lead, now 6K. They can't take more, fortunately for OG. There are some shrines that they can nab, but with the tier 2 towers up, that is the only set of racks that they're going to pressure. But the lead is now built to 6K.
That's just crazy. It feels like now Newbee have total control of the game. They're going to be the ones pressuring this team with a long cooldown, so they're going to have to use these ultimates. You said you always want to be using this exorcism to be offensively pushing for kills and taking towers. Well, they don't have map control. It's going to be Newbee forcing out exorcisms at inopportune times.
You know why it feels as though like when OG gets a kill or a big kill, it doesn't matter?
Yeah.
It's because when they take the fight, it's by their own creep wave, because Newbee are so aggressively playing into OG's jungle that every single time like Mad pops his ult, they get like 2 kills and then that's about it. Whereas when Newbee goes for a play, just think about where they're positioning their fights. They're digging deep. So when they do get any sort of favorable engagement, they can easily transition it into a push.
Yeah.
That's why when Newbee goes through these pushes, it's like, oh, we get a kill and we get some towers on top of that. OG, they just get these one-offs and that's about it.
Feels like exactly what Team Secret did to Newbee.
Exactly.
Learn from that.
It's what the better teams are doing nowadays because they feel as though kills don't matter. Like, that's the general consensus. And
yeah,
if kills feel like they matter less and less, it doesn't matter if you're dying on their side of the map. Which is why Newbee just continues to make these aggressive plays. And OG, like, you have to be more aggressive about pushing out these waves. Like, somebody has to deal with this top wave before it collapses onto you. And then you can make some sort of smoke.
Nice choice here from Kaka, an Aeon Disc after the Shadow Blade, so he can avoid being bursted down by the Tiny. He's going to be playing some chappy games here, just sitting around Invis in case anyone from OG is walking by, say some sort of smoke play.
Now, I like this move from OG. You see, the mid lane is pushed in, so if they win a fight, they can transition Mad's ult
Newbee is
into some racks.
They're set up behind OG right now with at least Kaka. Doesn't feel like being in that position, though.
That's why KP's the first one sent out here, because he senses some sort of danger.
Yeah.
Like, he knows this is the first time that their wave has been this pushed in. And they scan successfully. They know they're on top of that hill.
So what does Newbee do about it?
They wait on top of their own hills.
They're not going to go for a smoke wraparound or anything? You think it's just a bad idea to challenge?
You have no vision there, and you don't know how much vision OG has themselves in that area. So why risk it? Like, you always fight around where you have vision.
Well, if they had stayed on their high ground, Jarex would have blinked into them by now. Instead, they're pushing into the Radiant jungle.
They need to shove in mid, force Newbee to go back after they take this shrine.
Okay, they're going to take this shrine real quickly. OG. It's in hot pursuit
that's
right
an
now.
Early ult.
The exorcism. Matt is going to blink forward and try and challenge. Goes for the Shivas, managed to catch Kaka. That's a big time kill. Spirit Siphon on him, but no counter vision. So instead, he has to turn towards KP instead. Not a great target either. Dark Will in the back lines is silenced up. Mookie pops his BKB. Are they going to turn with Kaka? Are they going to turn with SEC? No, they're just laying in little bits of damage. Finally, the Chronosphere comes in. Echo Save actually at the same time, but S4 popped his BKB. Looks like they're going to go for No-Tail with the Laguna Blade, see if they can pop him with just the right-click damage, terrorize on him, and they are able to finish him off. Mookie, he's using all his haste movement speed to be able to outrun this one. Matt slows him down for a second, but they can't actually slow him down any further. A kick, long range from Derek's, but here comes Kaka. Matt actually getting the heal out from his exorcism, but Mookie going for the kill still. S4 blinking forward, trying to go for KP, unable to grab him. Now low on mana, only has 1 time lapse to be able to get away from this. No stun thanks to the time dilation, still slowing him down.
Matt trying to nuke, send them back, but
he knows he has no more
chasing.
mana. He's popping the Mask of Madness for the extra movement speed. it's actually enough for him to stay ahead of SCC right now, so that was a weird engagement.
Odd engagement, for sure. They had this ward right here, and so that sort of assured them that they were in the area, but they placed so many wards down in that area, ran back, Mad. Just a rough position for them to be in. And N0tail without the BKB, it feels as though he just gets pinged down every single time by this Lina. And once again, they fought on their own side of the jungle.
Yeah.
So even if you win that fight there, what do you really transition that into?
Right. Do you think that when they saw their shrine, their mid lane was pushing in, you think they should have just gone high ground?
On the side of OG? Oh, that's really risky.
I mean, you would have seen they're attacking our shrine. They're gonna go. You're gonna be able to go high ground before Newbee is set up.
Yeah, maybe that's not even that bad of a play.
That's what I thought they were gonna do. I was like, well, you guys are chasing into it? All right. That's exactly what Newbee wanted you to do.
They really wanted to fight on the side of OG, though.
Yeah. Do you think that they're like running out of time? Do you feel like they're pressured to take engagements because they feel like they're being out-farmed?
On the side of OG, I think they just want to utilize, like, they know they're down to racks, but they have a lot of good team fight, trying to make use of this because they understand, like, farming isn't going to get them back into this game. Yeah. It's going to be 1 or 2 big team fight engagements.
Big Daddy N0tail still looking for those pickoffs. Game's become a little bit harder for him, though, with the vision that's been laid out by Newbee and being able to have their own gem. We have Bloodthorn trying to be complete for the Lina and Nullifier for the Gyrocopter. So together they will have the ultimate disables.
She's got a Daedalus.
Oh, she's Daedalus. Oh, I thought we were seeing a Bloodthorn. I saw Crystallis queued up at one point.
She has DD plus an Arcane Rune. Like, this is a beastly Lina.
I like
not
that.
go for the Aghanims, by the way.
Considering the fact that her magic damage isn't ever enough to be able to kill this Death Prophet or Tiny by itself, she needs the physical damage too.
That's why I was confused at first when she had the Aghanims queued up in the first place. I was like, almost nobody goes for that item build.
Yeah.
So, like, what is the grand plan here? As they are smoked up, Kaka gonna move forward first.
N0tail is in a position inside of the trees to be able to pop the smoke, but Kaka, with his Shadow Blade, knows the smoke is popped, knows there's some heroes around here. N0tail goes in, vis himself. See if they can actually spot N0tail. They see him now, manage to get the missile out, but he blinks away ahead of the Enchant Totem.
OG trying to take the high ground right now. Missile is gonna bonk him. They're shouting, they're saying they have to defend this bottom lane. Go for Roshan.
Yep, that's exactly what's happening. N0tail hits up that bottom lane. Immediately, Newbee goes straight into the Roshan pit.
But OG,
they're going to be able to take away some of the vision, but they caught Kaka, Shadow Blade. S4 can't get him. He may have to pop his BKB here as well, because SCC's looking for that LSOA. The tower terrorized. Oh, but they're blocked in for the Fissure. Oh no! With
what a terrorize!
They're in trouble! Oh, what an echo stand for Kaka to make sure they get the extra kill as well. The Warlock is down. Instant double buybacks.
They gotta go back in for this OG.
They actually managed to catch the Dark Willow. N0tail's going to be able to catch that much, and it looks like Kaka's going to be snagged up as well. So both supports are down inside the Roshan pit. They're going for it. Cherish actually goes for the roll-in for the Chronosphere. It locks down 2 of them. S4, he's trying to dish out the damage, but he can't do it enough by himself. So N0tail, he's going to try and be the helping hand, but SCC gets off the BKB, turns, goes for the Earth Spirit. To force that, managed to get him away from that LSA. Now the chase in. Mad, hoping to be able to keep up with Mookie, but he just doesn't have the movement speed. But a kick, and now N0tail, he can follow that up, and they do indeed have the damage. S4 ends up going down. SCC got him with the physical damage. Now Fly
with the rock.
He fought back with the rock, slowing down SCC. They need this kill badly. Ashiva's looking to be able to slow him down even further. They do have a shrine, and they're going to be able to activate it, so they give up on the chase. Mad, blocked out by a Fissure. Needs to join the rest of his team. He'll blink down into the low ground.
And that's going to reset things for the moment. But Newbee, they just want to walk back in here, go for the Roche. OG on full retreat mode. Mad doesn't have the ult.
But SCC just stumbled into a sentry ward. Almost dies there. Yule Scepter will be able to buy him some time. Fly gets hit by the Fissure. The rest of his team blinked away. Back over to the Roshan pit. It's very low, and OG cannot contest. No rock, no golem, no exorcism, no chronosphere, no power.
And they're pinging right now. They see them with the ward. Kaka trying to catch up. Fissure is not going to connect.
Blink for blink.
There's no ult now, though, on the side of OG. They popped everything for that engagement. And S4, he used a large duration of that to try to hit KP, who just popped his ult, did not care in the least.
So it's going to be up to the Chronosphere, which isn't up until S4 is. And No-Tail with his damage. He's going to go for the toss back. Oh, this is a decent opening here. They can actually get a lot of damage onto Mugi in the back lines. Now, Aphotic Shield is going to be able to save him some of that. Tier 3 down. Shiva's going to be able to slow him down. Matt is actually going to challenge with a Spirit Siphon. Goes for it. SCC pops BKB. Tries to challenge. Goes for the kill onto Jarex. Does get it with the crit. Now fighting up against Fly. Gets a Shadow Blade away. No-Tail couldn't finish him off. And now he's going to be kited around. LSA terrorized as well. The damage is raining in on No-Tail. He is dead. Forced to a buyback. Fly cannon shots. Mad into the fountain. Barely got away. S4. What a Chronosphere, but no damage behind it. Look at S4. He's actually dropping. He's going to die to Lina. No-Tail finally comes in. Managed to go for the Lina kill, but she's dead. Immediately buys back. And now No-Tail. He has to get away from the rest of Newbee, but they've got the counter vision to be able to spot him out. They got the Gyrocopter though. No-Tail, he's challenging, he's fighting. Can he kill KP as well? No, a Yule Scepter thrown out. Mugi, SEC, they're gonna go for
Give him the
last
Rampage.
hero alive. This is the end of the game here. Rampage for SEC. Newbee, it was a close call in game 2, but they still take this series 2-0 against OG.
You see KP at the end? He runs away so that the Radiance Burn can't possibly take that away from his teammate. SECC was shouting at the end of that game. He wanted that Rampage.
He demanded the Rampage.
Said, this one is mine.
He's like, look, you guys have been giving me shit for this Lina. We've lost a couple games with it, but we won this one. At least reward me with the Rampage.
I know when I say this, by the way, they're going to do the opposite, but please give the Lina the MVP. Give SCCC the MVP. Or Mugi for that buyback at Roshan.
I was about to say,
with
Mugi was very clutch.
Yeah. Please, do this for me. I don't ask for much.
I mean, with the current meta of hashtag MVP votes, they're probably going to go for someone on OG.
I know,
they
but
always choose the losing team.
I believe
it's like some sort of, that MVP is being a weapon to shame people.
I know, it's kind of messed up.
You guys are messed up.
It's having the unintended effect. But I know that Twitch will do the right thing. They'll give it to SCCC.
I see a lot of hashtag no-tails.
I know. I'm going to try to ignore that.
Hashtag SCC.
We'll see you guys later.
Yep.
Do the right thing.
Our panel's here, right? Our panel will support us in this.
Yeah, we will. I think we should actually start awarding MVPs that are actually MVPs. And if Twitch doesn't do it, we can.
We'll override them.
Yeah.
I'm glad that Will brought up he did the little split there, right? He was like SCCC or Mugi for that one play at Roche because that was so sick. Holding that BKB was actually so nice for the buyback. It's a really cool play.
That was a pretty exciting game, though.
It was good.
Yeah.
I think elimination games are always exciting, aren't they? I think it was there were some really good plays. I think it was actually pretty even. At a few points in that game, it could have gone either way. But then it just got away from OG and Newbee showed their class and came through.
Yeah. Couple small mistakes definitely started to add up. Like OG had a pretty good lead until that whole bottom situation happened, right? When they were diving into the base and SCCC got the Shadow Blade.
Yeah.
Pops it, they turn the whole fight around.
But
and
I feel like that chase, like we were watching and we were like, they're going to cut him off, they're going to cut him off. It was like something out of the Dukes of Hazzard or the Cannonball Run or something. And they came flying out of the valley, but they just missed. And they needed to back. And I think everything might have been different, but instead they committed. They got a little aggressive.
Yeah, such an overextending chase. We saw that, like, okay, they're still chasing. They're still chasing.
They're still going, yeah.
And it was just a little bit of a hopeless chase at that point.
They really wanted to get something out of the exorcism because like Mad expended it, so they're like, we got to make something happen out of it, and just a little bit of overextension punishes them.
Yeah, I'm gonna be excited for the replay that we're gonna show you guys because there were a lot of good fights
cool moments in that game
in this game.
What do we got?
This is the Roche fight.
This is
30
the Roche
minutes
fight
in.
we've got, right? So this one's so smart here. I'm gonna share. There's a lot of spells going on around. The Chronosphere catches really important heroes. You see flying the back lines over here. No-Tail's kind of zoned out of the fight a bit. The rock comes out. This is really important by Mugi. You see how he's dropped so low here? Holds the BKB. This is so important here that he holds that BKB. My tie just drew some red lines on the bottom.
It did, yeah.
And you saw I was trying to draw it. It didn't work. Buys back. You see that buyback from the gyro up here? Able to come back into the fights. And OG, they keep extending into here. They're able to take the fight. And here's where Mugi comes in. Since he held this BKB on the gyro, he's able to actually walk into the fight here without any concern. And that's how they're able to take the fight. Being able to survive so long with those buybacks, absolutely perfect.
It's like when you don't BKB when you've got Aegis until you come back for the second life, right?
Yeah.
It's the same kind of deal, but it was good discipline.
Yep. And they come back in, and they're able to actually take that fight, which was looking still game very, very close even after that bottom instance that happened.
There were a lot of close fights.
There were.
Exciting game.
The sad thing for me is that S4's beautiful 4-man chronosphere, it was too little too late. Like at that point, I was like, that is perfect chronosphere. He didn't even have the talent that makes it the entire screen.
Yeah.
And he caught those guys. It was a beautiful chronosphere, but it didn't make a difference.
No damage to go through it. We have ourselves a guest from Newbee to sit in the couch and ask some questions. So come on in, KP. We'll have Thomas play you in. Oh, don't break the door, but you're fine.
There you go.
Yeah. Congratulations, sir. That was quite the exciting match. There were high spirits for you from the draft onwards.
Yeah. I don't know. It was just a crazy game, I guess. Yeah.
What made that Lina the perfect pick for you? Because you seemed like, as a team, you seemed very excited for when your draft was done. You seemed very happy with the draft.
We're kind of looking for someone that could kind of like play by himself, like someone like Lina Quap, someone with like high mobility, push waves. So yeah, it was just Lina because Lina's good at bursting the DP as well. So yeah, that's why we picked Lina.
Because yesterday it wasn't so high spirits for you guys. What changed? What did you focus on to come back stronger today?
I think, to be honest, I think like the 2 games against Secret, we like individually we didn't really make any mistakes. I think it was just like the draft week / like the laning stage, how we like laned it. I think we just kind of lost out on the draft. So we were still confident that it wasn't like a skill problem. It was more of like a draft / laning
game plan.
Yeah.
So I was questioning about the whole draft thing. What's making you guys like Dark Willow so much? The priority changing. I mean, you don't of course say so much, but
I mean,
his priority
Faith,
change.
That was just up to Faith. Like he just wants to play it.
Okay.
I don't know, like, he just likes it. Yeah.
It works out.
Yeah.
Like it's been going well. Did you guys feel at any point that game was pretty close? Because we felt at one point when you were running in the what was your off lane and you were running back to base and they were chasing you, we kind of felt if they caught you there, the game might have been different. But as it is, you guys got away. They dived you a little too deep. Do you feel like that was the tipping point? Because that's kind of what it looked like for us.
Yeah, that definitely was the turning point. I think because they lost like 3 heroes there, right?
Yeah.
I think without that, we would have been like really behind. So yeah, that was fortunate for us. Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
If you were to award an MVP.
Other than yourself, you can give it to yourself if you like.
You can give it to yourself if you like.
I'm not going to give it to myself.
Okay.
Probably just Mugi or SCCC.
Yeah?
They both played well.
What do you think Twitch chat said?
Twitch chat. Last time I played against Immortals and they voted Velo, right?
Yep.
For the trolls.
Yep.
And I don't know, like maybe...
They're a bunch of bullies.
Probably just SCCC because everyone just loves SCCC.
Yeah, see, you hear that.
Let's
Everybody
find out.
loves SCCC. Let's see what Twitch chat said.
Okay.
Oh, it's close.
It was actually close. SCCC, closer than previous game, I should say.
Newtel played well, I'd say, this game.
Yeah.
He raped me in the lane and then got some kills. Yeah.
Twitch chat's just bullies.
They're just
They are bullies.
They just if someone's lost, they vote for the person that lost. That's
Yeah.
pretty much it. But
So
enough people vote for SCCC that we can see that if the rest of Twitch chat had their head screwed on, like those 24% of people did, then SCCC would have won it.
All right. Well, I certainly enjoyed that performance. Also, the Lina was really great to watch. Thank you for taking the time to talk to us. We'll let you get back to your team, and we are going to continue on with the show because we have another series to go through. We have another elimination match to happen because OG is out. So thank you. We'll have Thomas play you out.
You can take the.
You can take the microphone if you want.
Yeah.
We also would like to keep.
Go and have a break.
Go have a break. Thank you. All right. We have a bracket for you guys as well, because with Newbee moving forward, it is OG that gets left behind there, the third team that we say goodbye to. But Newbee need an opponent. They are going to get either Fnatic or Empire, and that...
Excuse me?
Sorry, I didn't say anything.
What?
I was coughing like everyone else around here. Wait.
They hear you. They're right there.
Yeah, I know.
They're right there.
Careful.
Yeah, but what am I going to do? I've got to talk about the teams that sat 10 feet away. What am I going to do? Say nothing?
That's 10 feet.
That's not them.
Some UK 10 feet right there.
5 feet then.
No, but it should be a fun matchup. We had Empire play well against Immortals yesterday. We had a Ghost Stick on a Nature's Prophet that was so active, so fun. They played so fast.
I think he's the absolute key for Empire. I think if Ghost Stick has a rough game, I'm definitely going like all in on Fnatic. But I'm kind of already leaning a bit Fnatic favored, like 60-40.
I mean, on paper they should win this easy, right? Just the form that we've seen yesterday makes us doubt that a little bit.
I saw Fnatic at breakfast this morning.
Okay.
And Envy was having a good chat with the lads.
Okay.
And they were talking about how they have to play and just don't worry, guys, and relax, and we can do it.
And Shadow Shaman Core, and that was coming up.
I mean, that wasn't mentioned. But I feel like, they're professional players.
Yeah.
They're fine.
They're fine.
It was perhaps they got caught up in this whole picking heroes things, and they were like, I want to get in on this, and it didn't work out. But like we said earlier,
you gotta take
if
risks.
it had worked out, we wouldn't be talking about it just because it didn't. And because it's Envy as well, people like to do that. It feels a little unfair. So let's get the guy a break. I reckon they're going to 2-0 him.
All right, well, we'll get your opinion more later on because we will need to take a short break. But when we're back, it is Empire versus Fnatic, so stay tuned.